What's up, guys, and welcome back to PooseBoss. This week's topic, online sex parties and virtual sex. Yes, baby, we are going, we are talking, and we are getting virtual. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, let's be honest, I've watched porn for a long time. I was going to say you've known that I've watched porn, but if you haven't been listening to the show, well, welcome. I'm the PooseBoss, and I love porn, and I haven't yet dabbled in virtual porn, but I'm very intrigued by it, and I bet so are you. So, welcome to PooseBoss, where we talk sex, dating, relationships, and all things pussy. So since COVID happened, well, basically, I know my sex life got even worse. It was already bad before, but now it's awful. Let me tell you, it's like I really want to go out and just bang it out. I'm not even going to lie. But the truth is I really can't because I'm trying to be respectful to the people I live with. And also I'd like to see my mother and my father in the near future. Okay, so with the COVID, I mean, obviously it's put limits on our social contact, which I hate the limits. I mean, does anyone really stand 6 feet apart? I try my best, but I'm going to say that there were a couple times where I was standing in line where I'm just an impatient motherfucker. So 6 feet seems to, feel really far when it's really not. But because of COVID, many people are actually going out with physical touch. I mean, some people are actually by themselves and haven't left, especially if they are, diagnosed with COVID, then they most likely have been, quarantined to their household. Or if they're somebody of older age or has, obviously some sort of immune disorder or something that could put them at a high risk. So that means either people are just going solo YOLO, or that means that people have started to actually turn towards digital technologies to find sexual pleasure and human contact during this period of isolation. So solo sex, aka masturbation, does lack, in a sense, that sexual contact with another person, right? So that like warm body feeling. During COVID, however, the traffic to Pornhub, one of my favorite sites, but I do have to say, I don't know if you guys heard about Pornhub, but supposedly Pornhub has videos that are like for real rape and for real young girls, and things like that. So I used to always promote Pornhub, but I will say that if that is true, and they were making money off that because they weren't really putting the background check they needed to into the videos that were being posted, I honestly feel kind of gross. I'm not even gonna lie, because I'm worried I might have watched one of those videos. So yeah, because it's all about titling, just like YouTube. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So Pornhub, though, has increased exponentially since COVID because there's been a significant leap in sex toys as well. So I know for women, I mean, even people in my family who I never thought would ask me about fucking sex toys have been texting me about sex toys. So I think people are bored and they just need something to stimulate themselves. Another thing that has happened during COVID is erotic fiction has actually increased in fan base because of, obviously, the isolation and quarantine, and also the books that are focused on those themes have, well, ranked in high selling. So it's not like sex online is a new thing, right? Like VR sex is different, but sex online, let's be honest. I mean, I have had multiple whatevers online, or even sexting. It's very similar, right? Before FaceTime, there was, I guess, Skype. And before Skype, that's when we were doing the Messenger. Instagram Messenger chat rooms, right? I mean, online sex has always been around. Oh, my nail feels funny. Sorry, that just distracted the fuck out of me. However, now COVID-19 being inside, it's accelerated the trend and promoted increase of using of dating apps for chatting, cyber flirting, and sexting, right? Tinder, Bumble, all them shits, what we do on it. We send little eggplant emojis and then we hook up. With COVID, I mean, personally, I've heard about Zoom dates and stuff, but me, nobody's asked me on a Zoom date. The only thing guys have asked me is to come the fuck over, and sorry. I at least want to see you out in person before I fuck you and like decide if it's worth it, but yeah. Anyways, that's a whole nother scenario. Also, another thing that has been happening are sex party organizers have begun hosting online parties. I have not actually seen this yet. I'm going to be researching tonight for this, if you know what I'm saying. Got my vibrator practicing now. I mean, practicing. Charging now. But so basically online parties where people are watching other people have sex, right? So think like a live YouTube where you can conversate and watch it. This has actually found many people to be surprisingly satisfying, and it gives the feelings of anticipation and excitement that are similar to real sex. I mean, I would definitely be down to like I said in my cam modeling episodes, if you haven't heard, I am definitely a voyeur at some point in my life. I am a weirdo, and so like I can totally understand wanting to watch and getting turned on by that. I think that's, well, a lot of fun. And you know, that does relate to cam modeling. Cam modeling is an example of how, you know, online pornography. I can't even speak right now. It's really late. Actually, I've been recording for a minute. I'm not even gonna lie, because I'm going on this like vacation, not even vacation. I just don't know, well, where I'm living, or I just don't know where I'm going, guys. I literally was living in Texas and then everything changed, and now I'm like, well, what do I do? COVID's here. I'm in a real, like, all over crazy situation. So I'm thinking of taking the podcast, honestly, just on the road and seeing America by myself, or maybe with a girlfriend, and creating podcasts that way. I'm not sure. Still haven't decided, but I'm working on it. Anyways, back to virtual sex. So cyber sex, which may involve sex with avatars rather than webcams. Okay, so this is interesting. Actually, I believe there's a Black Mirror, or is it Black Orphan? No, it's Black Mirror episode, right? Where the two guys are avatars in a video game, but one of them is like a female, and one of them's a male, and they end up falling in love with each other, right? But they know each other in real life. I can't remember what episode that was, but that was a crazy one. It was really good, though. It was a really, really good episode. But the thing with cyber sex is it allows people, here you go, people to have the sex lives they want with exploration of desires and fantasies they may not feel comfortable to pursue in real life. For example, if a guy had a strong urging to, or identification to be a female, cyber sex, like I said, will allow him to be a female, right? A recent study by the Kinsey Institute, I don't know if that's credible at all, but it does sound it, don't it? Showed that people who use technology for sexting or webcamming gain a sense of emotional connection as well as sexual gratification. I can actually so back this shit up. So I used to sex/Skype with somebody pretty regularly. Sorry, my eyelashes in my eye. And it was weird because in a way it was more intimate than sex with other people, because what would happen is I feel like I could be somebody else, or not somebody else, be me, right? My sexual, the tiger I am, the lion, the fierce lioness I am, the empress, the queen bee. Well, I guess that's Beyonce's name, but yeah, sorry, I was going a little bit crazy there. I mean, I am wearing a shirt that says cute but psycho, real talk. Bought this shit off Amazon, thank you. But really, like, it was like such an intense, fun high, right? So another thing it says is that even though it's even a professional webcam model service can give this feeling to people, because what happens is through sexting or camming, people actually start to let go. Can I speak? Hello. I only went to high school, a little bit of college. So it actually allows them to bring their inhibitions down, and that being, you know, a way to really like actually create this emotional attachment that's not expected. However, stimulating human touch is way more complex, right? Like, you can touch yourself, but someone else touching you is very different. So that's where, now I'm going to say this word wrong, teledildonic devices, teledildonic. I don't know. I'll put it on the like little thing in the YouTube videos. So if you're not following me on YouTube, make sure to go subscribe to my channel, like, share. You know what I'm saying? Give this pussy some love. So anyways, these devices are internet-connected sex toys that enable people to control their partner's vibrator using a mobile phone app. So, I mean, there's more than just one. There's a lot of those, and we'll be going over them in another episode this week. However, this is kind of the start of what I've seen. There's not too many of these sex toys out there. Honestly, there's about 6 that look like decent, but I'm still scared by them. Still kind of think, especially the guy one, I'm really scared. So for example, there's devices as the V-Stroker, the Auto Blow 2, which links to virtual reality porn. The actions in the VR film, for example, oral or penetration sex, are timed with the device functions so the visuals match the physical sensation. So research has actually shown that VR pornography can enhance the feelings of presence and arousal because it feels so real. I mean, I've never done it. I would be really intrigued to try. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. I would think it would definitely work. I mean, I think I would be turned on as fuck but then it's like, wait a second. Am I turned on by an anime character? Holy fuck, it's basically like the modern what is that called? What is the sex anime called? Please, somebody write it in the comments below or hit me up on the voice messages. The anime that is sex anime. I know it. I've seen it. It's got a real distinct name. I can hear it. It's on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, that's, I mean, basically, they you know, anime was ahead of our time. Anime was ahead of the time. They knew this whole time, you know what I mean? They knew this whole time we was going to end up just fucking computers. So weird. But, I mean, honestly, the closeness of being with someone, the intimacy involved, being touched every day, that's very hard to replicate. However, some researchers suggest online communication actually creates research suggests online communication creates a less authentic form of intimacy or encourages people to present a false versions of themselves. I do think this is true. However, for me, I think there's false versions. Like when I knew someone for a long time online for like multiple years, and like when I met them in person, I don't feel like I didn't know who they were. I actually knew a different side of them, but I felt like it didn't mean I didn't know who they were. I just didn't know that side of them, or I didn't know the physical persona, in a sense. Let's call it that way. But studies have also shown that there is potential for the online world to facilitate or to even enhance closeness with people inclined to share personal and vulnerable details about themselves rather than face-to-face, which is what I really do believe is true based off of my own findings, experience. I do think that there's an intimacy and a way to be extremely vulnerable and open when you don't feel the pressure, you know? And especially like just sex in general, it's pressure. It's pressure on everybody, right? Because like if I'm fucking you for the first time, like I definitely want to give you the best of everything. So I'm gonna try to like get it down, make sure. And like if you don't seem satisfied, my ego gonna be hurt, girl. My ego gonna be hurt. All right. That's the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's the PooseBoss signing off. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, all of the above. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure to go do that shit right now. And as always, remember to keep patting that puss.